What is going on, traders? Happy Friday. Welcome back to another A1 Edgefinder video. My name is James, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top buy and top sell in the A1 Edgefinder according to our software. But before we get started, we're going to take a look at something on the A1 trading channel where you're watching this. If you click this join button here, we have channel memberships. Now, you'll see that we are doing a discount on our tier 1 and tier 2 channel memberships right now. Okay, so we've got 20% off right now. So tier 1 is now $3.99 and tier 2 is $7.99 for the time being. So if you sign up, you get your first month at a discounted price. So if you're interested in getting some of our products, like if you become a tier 2 or tier 3 member, you get discounts in our store. Tier 3 50% and tier 2 25%. So sign up, become a channel member for a discounted price. Go into the store, get the Edgefinder or access to the Discord. We're going to be taking a look at the Edgefinder in just a second. So if that's something that interests you and you want to check out the product, go ahead, become a tier 2 channel member. You'll get a discount your first month and you'll get 25% off the Edgefinder. So that's a really good deal. And if you want to just become a tier 2 member, that's great too. You get access to these custom badges and emojis during our live streams. If you're familiar with our channel, you know that we go live every day, Monday through Friday, from 9:30 to usually around 10:30. And you're going to get these custom badges. The longer that you stay a member, your badge increases so that we can see how long you've been a member for. We also have these custom emojis so you can chat along with all the other people in the chat. We switched to member-only chat during our guest streams, so you and the other people who pay to support our content, that's your time to shine and really get in and get your questions answered. But regardless, we always take channel members as priority and look at your charts requests first, because you're the people who are paying monthly to support our content, and we really appreciate it. All right, so back to the A1 Edgefinder. We're going to go ahead and start by taking a look at the market heat map. And the market heat map shows you the biggest movers of the day. Now we're going to take a look at the Scorechart Summary in just a second, and I'll explain the difference between the market heat map and the Scorechart Summary. But you need to know that the market heat map, shows the biggest mover of today. So this is where we're at so far during the day. The blue means buy and red means sell, and the darker the blue, the stronger the buy, and the darker the red, the stronger the sell. So our top 6 buys of the day so far are the JP225, SPX500, German 30, NZD JPY, US 30, and Aussie Yen, while the top 6 sells down here are GBP CHF, GBP AUD, Euro NZD, GBP NZD, US 10Y, and US oil. Those are the top 6 sells. And again, these are the strongest movers of the day. The Scorechart Summary, on the other hand, takes into account all of the data that we pull in. We measure our data on all these different metrics: COT data, retail sentiment, seasonality, trend reading, GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, interest rate divergence, and then we actually give it evaluation. We give some of them evaluation. That's something new that we've been working on. So in the future, all of them will have evaluation, but for now, that is still something that is being worked on. This software is in development. Every day we are constantly adding and updating. The information that we pull in gets updated in real time. That's getting updated every 15 to 30 minutes. Everything in the software is getting updated to have the most accurate and up-to-date information as possible. But as far as all of these new features, we have new features getting added every week, including this valuation one, which is constantly getting updated and rolled out to all these other currency pairs. But the Scorechart Summary takes into account data for all of these different metrics and gives you a prediction for where it sees this pair going in the future. So for example, JP225 is a strong buy that matches up with our market heat wrap as the biggest buy of the day, and the Edgefinder predicts that this is going to continue to be a strong buy for at least the next couple days. We'll see if it moves. I mean, you never know with the markets. The markets are always subject to change, but for the near future, we can see JP225 as a strong buy along with US 30, SPX500. And our strong sells down here, we have a couple of them: GBP CAD, GBP CHF, GBP AUD, and GBP USD is the strongest sell with a score of -7. So we'll get to that in just a second, but let's go ahead and just start with the JP225. Actually, you know what? I think I did JP225 in a recent video, either last week or the week before. So why don't we do Euro GBP? Let's stick to a currency pair and see what this has to say. Here's a free Discord channel every Forex trader should join. You get access to daily trade ideas, market scans, and market coverage for what's happening in the Forex world today. See what professional traders are thinking on things like GBP JPY, gold, and Euro USD. And the best part, it's totally free. Click the link on this video and it will take you to a Telegram chat with one of our team members. Send them the word apply and we'll get you in the free Discord shortly after. So Euro GBP has a score of a 5, which gives us a buy bias, not a strong buy bias, but a buy bias nonetheless. And we can take a look here. Let's go ahead and take a look at COT data. That gives us a score of 1. So if we go right over here, we'll see our COT data here, or institutional trader data. And the pound is coming in at 25.48% long and 74.52% short, while the euro sits at 45.4% long and 54.6% short. Retail sentiment right next to it also has a score of 1. We can see that retail traders are 36% long on the pair and 46% short. Seasonality here also has a score of 1. We are in the month of August, and we can see that our current year average sits at -0.01, while the all-time and last 5-year average sit at 0. And historically speaking, it seems like there's a downward trend moving into the months of September and October, so keep an eye out for that. The trend reading is a score of 2. That just means that this pair is moving up respectively. So GDP growth has a score of 1. Inflation, a score of 1. Unemployment and interest rates, both scores of -1. So let's take a look at that right here. The pound, -0.1% GDP growth and 9.4% inflation. The euro, 0.7% GDP growth and 8.9% inflation. The pound, unemployment 3.8% and 1.75% interest rate, while the euro 6.6% unemployment and 0.5% interest rate. And we can see here interest rate divergence. We have a plus 125% bias towards the pound. So really quickly, let's take a look at the scanner output summary. I want to show you guys this because it's such a cool feature. This is one of those new features that I was talking about. We add new features to the Edgefinder almost every week. This is something that we've rolled out in the past month that's really nice. It gives you a written summary of all the information you're looking at here. So if you're a little confused or you're not quite sure what something means, read this summary. It should really help to clear a lot of things up, especially if you're more of a visual reading type learner. You know, you read and that's how you kind of understand and retain information the best. This will be perfect for you. So if you just look, we can see Euro GBP currently has a score of +5, or a buy rating after adding up all the categories. First, let's look at what institutional traders are buying/selling. We can see that the euro has a long percentage of 45.4. We can see the pound has a long percentage of 25.48. This category receives a score of +1 as institutional traders favored GBP. Now, that's just the first little paragraph here. If you're interested, you feel free to pause the video and you can continue to read that. But like I just said, it kind of explains what you're looking at here, as well as just kind of writes it out so it's a little easier to understand all these numbers. Now, the last thing we're going to take a look at really quick is the daily chart. So we can see here on August 12th, here are our numbers for August 12th, and the daily chart gives you a price forecast prediction. Okay, so that's what these 3 lines are here. This is what the software predicts if the green right here is a good trend. So if it continues to trend upward positively, these are some numbers that we could look at in the upcoming days. If it's a little more neutral, this is what we could see in the next couple days. And if there's a strong downward trend, this red line is what we could be looking at again in the next couple days. So that's the price forecast daily chart. And let's go ahead and go back to the Scorechart Summary, because we're going to take a look at our top sell of the day, which is GBP USD. And feel free to pause the video if you want to take a look at any of these currency pairs. I mean, this is every single thing that we have listed in the Edgefinder scored. We're taking a more in-depth look at the actual numbers behind these scores when we click on the pairs. But you can see here are all the categories, metrics that we score. So feel free to pause the video and take a look at any of these. It's still useful information even out without the super in-depth breakdown. But let's go ahead and get into that for the GBP USD pair. So here we are in the GBP USD. We have a score of -7 or a strong sell bias. And our COT data comes out to -2. So we take a look at that down here. The dollar has a 84.83% long compared to 15.17% short. And the pound, 25.48% long and 74.52% short. Retail sentiment, retail traders are 67% long and 33% short. Seasonality, -1. Let's see, in the month of August, we are zeros across the board. Moving into September, it looks like slight downward trend in the last 5-year average. I know it says 0, but we see a slight downward trend before an upward trend towards the end of the year. Keep an eye out for that. Trend reading, -1. That just means that this market is moving down respectively. GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rates. We see we have scores of 1, -1, -1, and -1. So let's take a look at that over here. The pound has a -0.1% GDP growth and 9.4% inflation. Again, the US dollar, on the other hand, -0.9% GDP growth and 8.5% inflation. Pound unemployment 3.8%, interest rate 1.75, and the US dollar 3.5% unemployment and 2.5% interest rates. Okay, and then here's the scanner output summary. Again, I've already explained what this is, so feel free to pause the video if you'd like to read and catch up on this. Something I didn't really mention in the other pair is the upcoming news. This is just something that shows you, it literally just shows you upcoming news events, the event that's actually happening, the time to the event, the currency that it affects, and how much it has the potential to impact the currency. Because as we know, as traders, the news dictates a lot of which way the market swings. So news plays a big impact in the market. Let's take a look here. August 12th is today, so there are the numbers for today. And again, we have our price forecast prediction. So if we are trending upward, trending downward, or remaining kind of neutral, here are some numbers that we could potentially be looking at in the upcoming days. All right, so that's going to do it for this week's A1 Edgefinder video. Reminder that I do smart money tracker videos every Monday, so keep a lookout for that. If you are interested in this kind of content and you like seeing the Edgefinder, if you want it for yourself, there you can click the link in the description. That'll take you to the page where you can chat with somebody who can help you get access to the Edgefinder. And again, if you become a channel member, a tier 2 or tier 3 channel member, tier 2 is having that sale right now. It's $2 off for your first month. You get 25% off. So you can get the Edgefinder for 25% off. And if you're interested in really getting a lot of stuff, if you want access to the VIP Discord and the Edgefinder, as well as our MT4 software for free, consider becoming a tier 3 member. You're going to get everything that tier 1 and tier 2 does, along with the MT4 software for free and 50% off in the store. So that means that you could get 50% off the the VIP Gold Discord membership and the Edgefinder. So something to consider if you're interested in getting this product. It is super useful to help scan the markets, because we know that there is so much information that goes into every trade that you take. You have to do a lot of research beforehand to know what the right move is, whether it's going to go up, go down, you should buy, sell, hold on to it. This tool helps with all of that. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the week. We'll see you next time.